Right, welcome back to Business AM. We are still traversing the economy, and now we're talking about what you should know is trending in the economy. SME contribution to the Kenyan GDP or the economy has been something that everybody knows. The government keeps on fighting to have this representation by talking about improving on manufacturing sector and making sure that they're creating employment within the economy. And every time somebody talks about creating employment, we're not really looking at the overall jobs. We're looking at how many jobs have been created among the enterprising members of the economy and also in the manufacturing sector. Today, we do have Thandi back again. There are members of this economy who are making sure that everything that the government is also trying to fight for under the Big Four agenda actually goes towards a success. You realize that there's some in the economy who understand that other than just the money flow, the cash flows, and some of the challenges that are affecting entrepreneurs, there are those pertinent issues that need to be solved first before you talk about creating these jobs and success in businesses. And one of those is Thandi, the CEO, Mindshift. Hello, sir.
Thank you for having me back.
It's the second time, isn't it? I told
you
we'll be calling you
today,
back.
so
no crickets. No crickets. No crickets.
Yeah.
I do know that you have a conference coming next.
Yes.
Let's first start by saying what this conference is going to affect.
Yeah.
And after that, we really delve into some of these issues that you think have to be solved before we start talking about success in enterprises in the country.
Yeah. Well, we've put together an event. It's a business forum event.
Yes.
And the main intention or the mentality behind it is bringing the entrepreneurship ecosystem under one roof. That means all these key players, all these agents that, you know, they precipitate to the success of a business in the country, that they're put under one roof. Why is that important? Because for the next step for any entrepreneur to make, it has to be advised. People don't need cooked solutions. They need a strategy. This is what you need. From this step, this is what you need. For you to grow to the next step, in regards to the country and whatever we've provided, this is what is next. These are the products that have come in. So we have so many products coming out, but we don't know who they fit for. Because the person who is intended for this, the communication has broken down. I'm looking at when we talk about the ecosystem and the issues that are happening around entrepreneurship, we always think about money as the first thing. But for this event, we're bringing the knowledge, the brains behind it, the people who've played the role. When was the last time you sat down with an investor? Hardly do people have that. People think he's going to come and put money, but you don't know what they're looking for. Is your business investor ready? Besides that, the legislature. The other day I was told, after your company has been incorporated, once you get that PIN, you need to consistently be paying for it annually. No one has ever told us that. And this is not only the legitimacy of the issue that we're trying to address here. So connecting entrepreneurs to a dream team is a partnership of 3 companies, and we've all put our arsenals together, and this is the open day. Actually, we closed lines for registration 3 weeks ago. It was packed.
It was really packed, isn't it?
It was really packed.
And so when you look at the way in which some of the entrepreneurs now in the country are responding to this registration, would you say that is therefore an indication that something has not really been going on, isn't it?
Yes, it's a big need, because we are told you need to be successful as an entrepreneur, but we are never told this is what will make you successful.
Yes.
And we always think money in the bank is the success. No. You could have money now, but if the future of the company is not taken care of, if you don't have strategy, if you don't know who to go to for the problem that you have, then you only have success, and it's only valid for this time.
Yes. I know, Paul, you're really into branding and growing that business into a brand and all that. So talk to me, really, if you're talking about these entrepreneurs in the economy really not having these skills to get into branding, to understand what it really means to run a business. How have you grown, and what are these things that you've seen that most entrepreneurs are coming to you and telling you, I need this and this and this, and especially when you talk to them and also analyze their strategies, what are they really missing? What is this element that you find missing?
I love that question. When I'm a coach, I'm a business coach, and visibility is my area, as you're saying. Most of the time when I sit down with an entrepreneur, the first thing they tell me is their business. But let me shock you. The first item to any business is yourself. have you brought yourself to the business to start with? Someone, or not someone, but I'm often asked, which is a good business? But I'm telling them, if you look at a watch, if you look at the buttons, if you look at this paper, if you look at this glass, there's a millionaire behind it. So that means this business is successful. But is this business part of your future? Does this business bring together who you are as a person and bring a muscle towards the business? What is that one business that you could do that could combine who you've been working on yourself all this time? So the first important thing is bringing your head to the game. Finding purpose in the business that you're doing. Why is that important? Because business goes like a wave. Even when you look at the stocks, even when you look at a business report in terms of their statements, hardly is it a straight line. So because business will be like this, the only thing that will take you from down and back and take you from down and back again is if this matters to you.
Yes.
If this serves your purpose, if this is what you feel is the gap that you really wanted to fill in. And believe you me, business does not have to be retail. Business is what you get paid for.
Yes.
And doing it at a point that you get the satisfaction and you don't have a plan B around it. So as much as there are many things that entrepreneurs need to understand, first of all, get yourself into it. Secondly, first understand the business you're getting into. And this is where I always say mentorship comes in. And there's no one single mentor who will fit into you in everything you want in life.
Yes.
But as you're kicking off, you need someone to sit down and strategize. This is the business zone to do.
Yes.
So is it viable? Is it not viable? But most of the time we think money. So you take money, you put it in a business that you're not into, in a business, in a landscape you don't understand,
Yes.
and then you say it's failure. What else could it have been?
Yes.
Yeah.
Paul, I really want to, and I know I spoke to you about this, and you gave me some very interesting statistics.
Yeah.
That if you look at the dailies nowadays, and you look at exactly the auction pages, you're going to realize that the auctioneers are getting much airtime on these dailies.
Yep.
And so you really point out to something very interesting, that this could be the entrepreneurs were getting into businesses that they pretty much don't understand. And there's a lot that goes into understanding the landscape of these businesses. So therefore, tell me, when they're going to come to this conference, who do they expect to meet? And what sort of information do they expect to run into that's going to help them therefore understand exactly how to tackle this issue?
Well, it's a very sad story to look at the newspapers nowadays.
Yes.
And the biggest part of it, I'm thinking this is going on for the second year now, is auctioneers. That means there are tools and abilities that have been taken out of a potential hand. Because even if it's a loan you took to buy whatever you bought, could they be, systems and stuff for the office, it means by the time you were getting that loan, you were qualified.
Yes.
You went through a thorough interrogation with the bank and you qualified. So you were doing well at that time. So what happened from your performance to here, now that you're losing whatever you had tried to gain? First of all, the economy has not been good. We won't lie about that. It has been
even
very
from the
stiff.
background of 6.3%?
That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man.
Yes.
But we could see others that are making it well up here.
Yes.
And this is what people use to describe the economy. But we don't see the people behind here.
The back end of it.
Every page you flip, every advertisement you see of something that is being sold is a company that has collapsed, is employment that has left. It's a business that has closed shop. So I'm wondering, what is the benefit of the government when this economy facilitates a lot of auctioneering?
Yes.
And yet we want to push our youth to employment. So they work hard to get the money. When they kick off, the economy cannot sustain even finance alone. So when you come to this event, these are the things you'll need to understand. We'll sit down with the investors. We have a 5-minute pitch that is going to happen at the end of it. Besides that, we'll have 7 industries represented by a panelist.
Yes.
Those are key areas within the ecosystem. Talk of finance, talk of the legal the legal area, talk of a strategist. We have a strategist with us. We have physically challenged business people. It's everything that you would want to know. And what are these people coming to do? They're coming to share information with you. They're coming to tell you this is the role we play. And this is what you should come to us to get. Because these people, they're well, and we see the logos and the www dot, but we don't see the person behind it. And we don't see the role they play in our gap. So really what you'll come to get tomorrow, it's actually tomorrow, from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. is you will get to know who do you need, where can you get them, what will they do for you and what will be the impact of their participation in the business and in the entrepreneurship that you're trying to change.
I'm going to ask the capital question in a very interesting way, Paul Thandi, this morning.
Yeah.
I'm going to speak to young people, and I know you've really gotten these issues as well as you try and talk to them.
Yeah.
Man, I have no money. Well, even the government actually realized that we need to therefore increase the credit flow within the economy, which they have tried to address this time around. You saw the Central Bank of Kenya Governor CEO now launched the Starway product, which some people have said, ooh, is really the best of the best. And look at the way they went to launch it. They went all the way to Gikomba. Just sort of saying we are addressing this entrepreneur who needs the money now. When you look at it yourself, should we therefore look at it and say, let's increase credit flow? Or should we look at the environment in which we are putting this money in and then say, what issues should we address first that go into affecting the performance of these businesses before they will say, okay, we've done our research, we know our study, now let's get into the capital issues. Do you think that capital availability actually improves the success of a business, or there are other pertinent issues that need to be solved?
It matters on the business that money is finding.
Yeah.
Because I have been in a situation where you've been wanting to move to the next step. Then you get a loan, money is in the bank, but you're not sure what step is going to make you pay back that money. So I think knowledge and information comes beforehand. Money is part of the success. Money is not the success.
Yes.
Because the management of the money, they went and launched, yes. But this Gikomba guide, do they know how to keep books? How can they trace their payment plan? How can they be able to accommodate this output that has not been there in their life? Because what they've been having is, how much money do I need for stock tomorrow? But when you give them money, they need to add another question. How much money do I need for my stock? And how much money do I need to pay back the loan? So how does this affect? What should I add? What should I not add?
Yes.
When I get money, do I hire people because now I have money? Or do I add stock? Or do I look for more consumers? Do I do more marketing? Or what do I do? Because you've only solved, in this whole ecosystem of the success of entrepreneurship, you've only solved one space of it.
Which is just capital.
Let me tell you.
Yes.
I've sat down in investors where people are coming to pitch.
Yes.
And money is not always the issue. I'll give you a repetition formula.
Yes.
It's impact times reach. That is the company you have.
Yes.
So what have you been doing as a business is the impact you have. Whose life have you changed? Who have you worked with? How far has your business been able to move? Then how can we create visibility for this? Because it does not matter the best solution you have. Does not matter how much you've invested in an app. Does not matter how much you've invested in to foster and to solve a solution in the industry. If no one knows about it, then does not matter how much money you got into to create the solution. So the visibility part of it is important, and visibility goes offline and online within the industry, within the company itself. And how do you communicate the solution you have? Because the solution you have is the product and the services that you have. So money does not even appear in the success of it.
In the success of a business.
Just a part of it.
It's just a part of it.
Because the solution is what you create. That is the business.
Yeah, that's the business, isn't it?
The solution that Metropole is offering is a business platform to educate, to inform, to have people like us come over.
Yes.
So even if you've invested in cameras and advertising and all that, that is just the solution you have. Who knows the solution you have? How many people? That's why you endeavor in marketing, and every other time you want to communicate to people. You want to reach out. You want to go even to the most minute group that can know about you. So that is the stand of a company. So when we talk about money and see money as the solution of all this, you can see what it takes to get to that level where you can say a company is doing well.
Yes.
So even what is being done right now, we are solving it, yes, but we're only solving a percentage of it.
Just a percentage of exactly
and
what
where are we placing this money?
Yes.
This money should be from an informed youth, a youth with a plan.
That's, I see the process.
Well researched before you jump into it.
Yes.
So when the money comes, you don't get money to put in your pocket. You get money to place along the strategy that is going to make you successful. What happens when you give a youth who's working so hard to pay back Fuliza, then you come and give him 100,000 shillings?
And then they're just gonna put it back to Fuliza, isn't it?
Fuliza, they're gonna buy a good, shoe, a good dress, whatever.
Yes.
They're gonna buy furniture,
Yes.
and they'll ask their friends who can come work for me. But you're supposed to show this guy that this 100,000 is not yours. And anything you do, any expenditure you do, should be able to show how will this money come back within 30 days.
Nice,
Because every time you get a loan, on the 31st day,
Yes.
you have to make your first deposit. So the money is okay, but money is not the only problem you have.
Yes.
Money is not the only challenge. It's not the only reason that companies are fallen.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the second last question before
Yes,
you
sir.
tell me exactly what is expected at the business forum, why guys should come in, all right, and how they're gonna get into you as well.
Yeah.
This is one that is really very pertinent in this. World Bank says, look, one of the major issues also facing businesses in Kenya is that these businesses that are starting up now, that youth who wants to wake up today, go buy some cabbage somewhere and then sell it back, is actually not equipped with this information, number one, technological.
Yeah.
It's gonna, number two, capital-wise, which is a base level, yes.
Yeah.
That's going to make this youth scale up. All right, you need this, you need to do ABCD, just step out of the ordinary. This is exactly what you're going to do. Are we running into instances, Paul Thandi, where we think that most youth or most entrepreneurs in the country fall in the level of a point where it's just me and you, we understand technology, we know what a logbook is, we know what an account is, we know what receipts are, we know what credit is, isn't it? And we know what credit history is. And therefore these are the people that some of our conferences keep on addressing while not remembering this youth who in one way or another might want to get into business, good business, but they are not fortunate therefore to get this information that we're giving to this so-called the target youth. When you talk about target youth and target business, let's look at the developing economy. Which are these youth that you are targeting in the conference?
10,000 youths are ejected out of the institutions of education in this country every year.
Yes.
And these 10,000 youths, they come to 84% of youth unemployment.
Yes.
That is where the potential is. The catastrophe is having educated, broke youth. They have energy, they have time, they have knowledge, they have information. So if you lack to put this into play, then we start seeing whatever is happening around here.
Yes.
The disease is escalating. We have suicide is the second leading cause of death as we speak at the moment. So my target and the intention of this event, this conference, is to sit down with this potential mind and tell them this is where you can start.
Yes.
And once you've started, this company does APCD. And once you move from these guys, they give you strategy, you need to move to EFGH. Then you need to go to the registration. Then from the registration, you have your business certificate. Then you move to. This is how you pitch. When you have a good idea, this is how you package it.
Yes.
This is what the investor is looking for. This is what you need to have done on your part. So ours is to try and get the economy to run through the potential that it has.
Yes.
Because we just have sleeping giants. By the time someone is going for a master's, how much have they invested in time and finances? So at the end of it, they find that the promise of employment is not happening. So what is the government going to do about it? Unless we have this kind of forums where we show the route, where we show the way. And we can do, if we are able to have this economy in one place, then the problem will be how many youths can we have to come and go through, this process, this information kind of flow.
Yes.
And that is what we are trying to address. So my intention, and to the youth who is seated there, the fact that you have an idea in your head and the fact that you've seated down and scrapped something down that you can do, that is the first step. Because it shows that you've seen a gap that can be filled. And what you can do as the next step is what you need to find out.
What you need to find out. All right.
Yeah.
Paul Thandi, all right, he has an event or a conference. I would like to call it it's a conference, yes. All right, connecting entrepreneurs to Dream Team. That's what you need to get from the conference. Happens tomorrow, venue.
Kiamu. I'm an alumni there, actually.
Time.
I studied at Kiamu. We're starting at 8 a.m. We're ending up at one. Exactly at one we're done.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Miss it, miss out. Some of the conversations that we put here on Business AM, just to tell you exactly what we need to get and exactly what issues that we need to address to solve this problem of failing enterprises in the country. The World Bank says, look, you need to address issues other than capital. Capital should be some of the last things that you should be talking about when you're talking about challenges facing SMEs or startups in our economy. Good. Business AM comes to an end. My name is Simbalaja Charles Kiage. Get us online at Metropole TV KE. I'm at Charles_Kiage at Metropole TV Kenya. At Paul Thandi, isn't it?
Paul Thandi, Twitter. Actually, it's Thandi Shifter because Mind Shift is my brand.
All right.
So Thandi Shifter, anywhere.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
After that, you can talk to us. Goodbye. See you.